I'm gonna live how I want to live by any means necessary. Like I said, y'all, I was just done being broke. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. And this video is going to be a get ready with me. I'm going to be doing my makeup, and I'm also going to tell you guys my nursing journey, how I went from being broke to being stable, because I'm not rich yet, but it's on the way. All right, so let's get started. So first and foremost, I want to let you guys know that I have a bachelor's degree in biology. So nursing was my second degree. So I went to Clark, Atlanta and got my bachelor's degree in biology from 2012 to 2016. Then I took a 2-year break before I started nursing school. So I didn't start nursing school till 2018. Originally, I didn't even know I wanted to be a nurse. I thought that I wanted to be a dermatologist and do like cosmetics in between that, but I was not about to be in school until I was in my 30s. So I tried to go to PA school, but I applied to like 10 PA schools and I didn't get into any. So my uncle was like, why don't you go to nursing school? He was like, nurse practitioners and PAs do like the same thing. So I'm like, you know what, let me try. So I applied to one nursing school in downtown Philadelphia, Thomas Jefferson, and I got in. I got in 2017, but I deferred my admissions because after I went to school at Clark, I was kind of on my own. I was working, I had my own apartment. So they told me that I got into the nursing program like in the beginning of summer. The program was supposed to start in the end of summer. So I was like, this is not enough time for me to get my finances and stuff together, because at that point in my life, I was doing everything for myself, and I was working a job making like $17 an hour. I wasn't making no money. Okay, so I deferred my admissions, right? But like, God works in mysterious ways. So I deferred my admissions and I started August 2018. Now, like I said, I was working a job making a little $17 an hour. I was working a job, I was on my own. So I was checking people in for their appointments at a local hospital in Philadelphia. But within that year, since I deferred my admissions, I had a year to get myself together till fall of 2018 to start nursing school. So in that time, I had got a roommate. I moved out of my 1-bedroom apartment that I had for myself. I moved in with a roommate, my friend, and then I was just working. I was like, you know, I'm just gonna work and save some money up. But God said, no, I'm gonna fire you. So I got fired May before I started school in August, which helped because I was getting unemployment. So I got unemployment for 6 months. I got unemployment from June to December. So that first semester of nursing school, I did not work. That was God, because that was my first semester of nursing school, and as you guys might know or might have heard, that nursing school can be hard, especially the first semester. I feel like that was the hardest semester because I was adjusting. The test is like way different. It's like 4 different correct answers, but you have to choose the most correct one, and I was having a really hard time adjusting to that. I started nursing school in August 2018, and like I said, I arranged myself. So I had a roommate and I was getting unemployment, and I was just living a life. Like, I wasn't doing nothing. So in the beginning of the semester 2018, I was messing with a guy. Let's call him Nathaniel. So I was messing with a guy named Nathaniel that was freaking crazy and toxic, like AF. Like, this man was, I don't know, y'all. He was like one of those hood guys that are like really, really toxic, like verbal abuse. He never hit me, but he would just like, at first he was all nice, and then he would just talk to me crazy, and then I started finding out that people said he was legit crazy, but at that point I was already in love with him. It was just a bunch of toxic stuff. Like, if you are starting nursing school and you're in a toxic situation, break up with that person, because that really affects your grades and your learning and all that stuff. So obviously we're breaking up like every other week. I had a test the morning of. he'll call me and start an argument. Like, it was just crazy stuff. Like, it was a mess. That's probably why I had such a tough time first semester or whatever, because my mind was in the wrong space. Like, I was worried about a man when I should have been worried about my studies. A man that is not in the picture anymore and was not a good man. Actually, he's in jail now. So yeah, a crazy man. First semester, yo, I was really struggling. Like, hold on, my lips is dry. I was in danger of failing, actually. I had like one last test to prove myself that to pass this one course or I was gonna fail. Actually, I was in danger of failing 2 courses, but one course I passed the test pretty good, and then the other course that I was like really close to being flunked out for, y'all, I passed by 0.2 points. When I tell you guys, I was so stressed out. Like, after I found out that I passed literally with the bare minimum grade, I was so stressed out. I literally booked a flight to Miami. Like, it was real crazy. It was unbelievable, because if you flunk out of nursing school, you can't just retake the class. Like, you have to, I would have had to start over, like, and that would have put me a year behind. And mind you, I already took 2 years off from getting my bachelor's degree. So I'm already a little old head, even though I went to school with people in their 50s and stuff. I already feel like, you know, when you're young in your 20s, you be trying to rush your life. I only had to do 2 years of nursing school because, like I said, I had my bachelor's degree. So second semester of the first year. Second semester of the first year, I'm doing way better. I was not in danger of failing, and I was not talking to that toxic man no more. I cut him off and got that drama out of my life. But then I welcomed more drama into my life. My life is a mess. So second semester of the first year, I started to go out more, because now I got the hang of it. I'm not in danger of failing. I know how to study the correct way. And yeah, like, I'm on top. Like, I'm passing these tests. I might have failed like 1 or 2 tests, but I wasn't in danger of failing at all. I met this other guy, right? And mind y'all, I told y'all my unemployment ended in December, right? So now I have bills, but I don't have a job, because, you know, I was still like, okay, I need to focus on my nursing studies. So even though my bills were cheaper than living on my own, I was living with a roommate, I still had bills, I still had to leave, I still had to eat, I still had to buy myself clothes and stuff like that. So I had got a refund check. Mind y'all, I didn't tell y'all this. When I first started nursing school, I had to take out a private loan for Sally Mae. Y'all know that's the worst. When I took out that loan, I got a refund check the beginning of August, but mind y'all, I was still getting unemployment. And then I got a refund check. Wait, which one is my light? I said it's the wrong one. I got a refund check the beginning of August, and then I got a refund check January, second semester of the first year. They dispersed the other half. So I used that refund check to pay my rent up for the semester, and I knew I was gonna get a job in the summer. With the refund check, I paid my rent up till April. Mind you, the semester doesn't really end till May. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a job out of it. So then in February of 2019, I started messing with this other guy, which I should have never messed with, but you know, y'all know how that go. So I started messing with this other guy who was actually a little boy. Anyways, he was younger than me, and I started talking to him, and he started doing stuff for me, like, financially. They're like nice in the beginning, and then start acting crazy and treating you like whatever, because they know that you, I can't talk when I do that part, because they know that you depend on them for money. So of course they going act crazy. Like, he know I didn't have a job, he know I was just in school, like studying, blah blah blah. I was talking to that guy, so that the guy I was talking to, he like offered to like buy me something, like it was like a pocketbook or something. So I'm like, sure, like, you know, I already had like 2 designer bags on my own, but I mean, who doesn't want that stuff if somebody else is gonna buy it for you? So I'm like, okay, like, yes, I went to bed. But then I was like, all right, let me pay my rent up till April so I can have extra money in my pocket. Like, I think I had like $2,000 or something left from the refund check. I was like, I don't want to pay my rent all the way up and be dead broke and I don't have a job. So I kept the little money that I had and I paid my bills up till April, but I still needed my rent paid for May and June. I was messing with the second guy and he had offered me to buy me a pocketbook. At first I was down for the pocketbook, but then I was like, come on Johnny, you gotta think smart. So instead of buying me the pocketbook, I took that money. I asked him, could he just give me the money so I could pay my rent? So that's how I got my rent paid for May and June. So my rent was paid from January all the way up until June. So I didn't have to make a rent payment until July, which was the summertime, and I knew that I would get a job by then. So long story short, it didn't work out with that guy. He was toxic too, crazy. I'm a little crazy, y'all, but I'm telling y'all, it really be these guys. Like, I don't start acting crazy till they start acting crazy with me. So we in the summer of 2019. So now I get a little job working at a barbershop, like making money under the table, which was perfect because the owner really worked with me. Like, he worked with my school schedule. He let me come like after school some days. Like, he really worked with me. So he really helped me out. Like, you need good people like that, and you need jobs like that. Like, I didn't want to take on a job that was too much because I'm like, okay, I got one more year left of nursing school, and my eyelash. I got one more year left in nursing school, and I don't want to flunk out. Like, I want to have a job that's understanding and it's not trying to fire me when I can't come in because I'm tired or I have to study or something like that. And the barbershop guy, he was really cool. So shout out to Yaz because he really helped me become a nurse. So I started working at the barbershop in May of 2019. And then I got a summer intern job working with Blue Cross and Blue Shield. So I worked at the barbershop and the summer intern job throughout the summer. So I was good for that, but school was coming back up. So the summer internship was over, so I was still just working at the barbershop. Now, last semester, it's like, how am I supposed to pay for school? I exhausted all my financial aid and I couldn't get another private loan because they were saying my debt to income ratio is too high, and y'all know how that goes. So I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna pay for this last year of school? It was like, I think the last year of school was like $20,000 to $30,000 or something like that. It was something like that, and I was just like, my family, nobody wanted to co-sign for me. Nobody wanted to help me. It was kind of like, oh, you need to figure it out. Y'all, I was thinking about stripping. I was like, I did not put myself through this stressful year of nursing school to not be able to finish. Like, I'm gonna find a way. So what I did was I wrote a long letter to the dean of the school, like the CEO, and I told her what was my predicament. I was like, listen, I am a senior now as a nursing student. I already hit my bachelor's degree. I exhausted my financial aid. Like, I have to finish this last year of school. Like, as y'all can see, my grades was bad at first, but now my grades are good. And I really gotta get this degree. So this is another time God was on my side, because when I tell y'all they paid for the last year of school, they failed me scholarships and grants and cleared my account. I only had to pay $2,000 for the last year of school. They gave me a private loan with the school. I had up until the year, like 1 year after graduation, to pay that $2,000 back with no interest. So obviously I paid that back. So basically I got my last year of nursing school for free by the grace of God, because he know that I was a broke bitch. Last year of nursing school, I'm still working at the barber shop. And I'm not talking to nobody because they all be playing me. Yeah, like, I'm just studying, working at the barbershop, like, and then I get a job at Cooper Hospital. So I got a job at Cooper Hospital working as a nurse extern, because I just thought that I was gonna stay in Philadelphia and get a job at Cooper as a nurse when I graduated. I wanted to secure a job there, because I knew right after nursing school, like, I wanted to start working and stop being broke. So the last semester of nursing school, I'm working at Cooper overnight, mind y'all. I'm working overnight. And and then I'm working at the barbershop, and I'm still going to school and studying without being in danger of failing. So when I tell y'all nursing school was really a journey for me, like I never really understood when I was getting my first degree, because my mom kind of took care of me, but after I graduated, she retired, so she didn't have no money to take care of me for nursing school, which I get, you know, she did it for 4 years. So when I say that God really made a way for me, and like I really grinded it out, like y'all, I was really on my grind. Last semester in nursing school, let me just add this in. Before I started nursing school in 2018, remember I told y'all I went from having my own place to moving in with a roommate, which was at a house that was closer to my school. I also got rid of my car note because I had to, my school was in downtown Philadelphia, and if you're from up north, then you know, like, me parking downtown every day I'm going to school, that's like paying an additional car note. So I was catching a bus from my house to school. Like, the bus was really cheap, and it was literally drop me off at the corner of my block. I'm doing my makeup real slow. I never noticed that I can't talk and do my makeup. And this might be ghetto, y'all, but I had to throw my sponge away to put my banana powder on because it was really dirty, so I'm gonna use a cotton ball. Okay, so I had got rid of my car before nursing school. So I had no car, and then I moved in with a roommate. Like, I was down. I was really down. Like, I was on my broke girl stuff. But I mean, that's the sacrifice that you have to take when you're going to an accelerated nursing program. Like, even though it was 2 years, it was still accelerated for me not to be taking no prerequisites and stuff like that. So last semester in nursing school, I'm working at the barbershop. I'm working at a hospital overnight. I'm in school full time, and I'm not in danger of failing. Like, that's how a bad bitch do it. Like, I was really like, I really was getting it. And let me tell you, and this was 2020. Yo, so since I was like starting to get to like a little bit of money, not nursing money, but a little bit more money, I was like, I can't do this no car stuff no more. My lease was up with my roommate. She didn't want to renew it because she moved in with her boyfriend, and I didn't want to renew it because after nursing school, I planned on, at first I thought I was gonna work at Cooper, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to renew it either, because once I become a nurse, I want my own place again. Like, it's nothing like having your own place. So y'all, so I started staying at my mom's house, which was 40 minutes from downtown Philly. So I went and got me, my little broke self, this is 2020, I went and got me a 2020 Mercedes-Benz, a CLA, but I was like, I'm done not having a car. I was like, this is my last semester at work. I mean, this is my last semester at school. I'm working 2 jobs. I can afford a car, and now I'm staying with my mom that's 40 minutes away. I was really doing a lot now that I think back on it. I was doing the absolute most. I probably should have waited to get my car until after nursing school, but I'm a city girl. Like, I like to be in the city. I don't like to live out in the suburbs. My mom lives in the suburbs, so I didn't want to just depend on catching a train to and from school or to and from the city all the time. Like, I know me, I had plenty of family in the city, and I had a car, so I would pick my car up with some clothes, like keep a bag of clothes in my trunk, go stay at my cousin's house, my aunt's house, my sister's house, whoever house I had to stay at, to make it convenient for my schedule. So while I'm baking, I'm not sure if I'm going to crimp my hair or keep it straight. Okay, so I was feeling myself. So at that point where I passed the NYX and I passed nursing school, I had got a job offer in Atlanta, Georgia at one of the hospitals down here as a nurse resident, like in the nurse residency program, so they could teach me on the med-surg floor. So I saved up my little coins and I moved to Atlanta. It's when I started working as a med-surg nurse. Now, if you've never worked med-surg, they work you to death. So yeah, I was being worked to death, and I just didn't, it wasn't enough money for me. It was only paying me $28 for day shift and then like $30 for night shift. Like, that's not enough money. I thought that when I graduated as a nurse, I'm gonna be making like top dollar. Like, by the time Texas was coming out of that money, it wasn't enough money. And I'm living in a luxury apartment and stuff because I'm like, I done went through 6 years of school. Like, it's time for me to live how I want to live. I'm gonna live how I want to live by any means necessary. Like I said, y'all, I was just done being broke. Like, I was really considering being a stripper if I wasn't gonna pass nursing school or my NCLEX, because who wants to keep being broke? Like, that was never the life that I wanted for myself. Like, I never wanted the bare minimum for myself. So after working at the hospital for a little bit, that's when I took my first travel nurse job. And if y'all didn't watch that video on my channel, I went to Clovis, New Mexico, and I was travel nursing there as on the COVID unit, but I didn't complete the assignment because I ended up going to an assignment in LA where I made $100,000 in 3 months. Y'all can watch that video too. But that first traveling assignment that I took, I feel like that experience helped me get another travel nurse experience, because as a new nurse, they don't be trying to let you work for them. Even though when you're working in a hospital as a new nurse, after 3 months, you're on your own. So why can't I travel nurse? I don't know, I guess they figure like you don't have enough experience, but if y'all trust me to be on my own, why can't I be on my own traveling in another hospital when I'm coming from a level 1 trauma center hospital? So that's how I started travel nursing. So now it's 2021. It's 2021. I'm living in my luxury apartment. I'm making great money. I have a great savings. And I just feel like I'm just going to keep travel nursing. But after this year, I don't want to work. I don't want to work for nobody anymore. If you guys are new to my channel, you might not know that right after I passed my NCLEX, I took a course to learn how to do Botox and fillers, because I want to work in the aesthetics part of nursing. And at that time, I was messing with this other toxic guy, and the class was almost $2,000, but he paid for that too. So if y'all messing with guys, you know, y'all gotta use that money smart. Use it for your bills, use it to further your education. Don't always use it for materialistic things. You gotta think ahead. How can his money make me some more money? So now fast forward to 2021 and where I'm at in my life right now. I've only been a nurse for a year, but I have a hefty savings now. I'm only doing travel nurse assignments now. I'm not taking less than $50 an hour. After this year, I don't want to work as a nurse no more. I don't want to work as a nurse for anyone else. I'm going to work as a nurse entrepreneur. I'm going to get my money up, and I'm going to start being a full-time aesthetics nurse doing Botox and fillers, which I'm actually taking another class to do that in Dallas this weekend. That's funded by somebody else. Again, him playing me. That really woke me up to, like, you know what? I want to make great money on my own. I don't really want to depend on, yo, my skin is peeling. I don't really want to depend on a man to have a nice amount of money in my pocket. Like, I want to use my nursing degree to, you know, to be up and to not struggle and just have a nice savings account and for a rainy day and just not be broke. Like, not be on no broke girl stuff. Like, it's bright, but y'all can see my makeup. It looks mad. Long story short, that's my nursing journey. I don't know if I'm gonna keep my hair straight or crimp it. Okay, so I'm back. I had to get my lip gloss. I used MAC Boy Bait Cream Sheen and then my MAC powder to finish my face. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video and respect my grind as a new nurse. Y'all probably like, nobody told you to go get that Benz when you were in your last semester in nursing school, but I've never been late on a payment. I've never been late on any bills. Like I said, I deserve to live like a luxury, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna live how I wanna live by any means, because I'm a bad bitch. If you guys enjoyed this video and you wanna see more videos from me, nursing and personal, please make sure you like and subscribe. And thank you for listening to me tell this long story about my nursing journey.